So I'm going to be giving you some of my top tips and personal advice on how you can gain a bigger, stronger, leaner and more powerful chest naturally in a very quick space of time. The first key point that I want you to start focusing on is compound exercises once it comes to building up the chest, and not just with weight training but also with body weight. So your weight training, for example, focus on getting stronger at your bench press, your dumbbell presses, and then adding in the likes of your body weight dips, and you can add weight to that over time. Focus on more advanced push-up variations, decline, increased range of motion, and once again you can add weight to the body weight movements also. So the purpose of the compound exercises is it means that we're focusing on multiple muscle groups, mainly your chest, and these exercises should be the foundation of your training routine once it comes to focusing on building a bigger, stronger chest. So your bench presses, your dumbbell presses, your body weight dips, then adding weight, and the same thing goes for your push-up variations. Start to add that into your routine. Focus on that there at the beginning of your workouts, especially to focus on building up the chest. So now that we have compound exercises into our training routine for the chest, the bench press, dumbbell presses, your body weight, dip variations, push-ups, it is time to start increasing the weight gradually over time to add that progressive overload. So take our bench press for example. Say, I always like to focus in and around an 8 to 15 rep range for 3 sets. So say we are bench pressing 60 kg for 12 reps comfortably for 3 sets. Then I want you to slightly increase the weight, so you're pushing out around 8 reps, and then add that on over time. Try to increase the rep range back up to 12. Then you know whenever you're hitting 3 sets, say of 65 kg comfortably, you can increase the weight again and continue that process. Now the same thing goes for your body weight variation. Say your body weight dip, you're blasting out 15, 20 reps of body weight dips, no problem. Then it's time to either get a weighted vest on you, a backpack with books in it, something that's going to increase the weight. You can even get a weighted belt and attach a plate to it, so you're increasing the weight that you're lifting with a body weight exercise. So many people do not focus on this here, especially with body weight training and combining weights and body weight together. And in my opinion, and my personal training routine, adding push-up and dip variations with weights has really pushed on my chest growth and my overall functional power. The same thing goes with your push-up variation. Get someone to sit a weighted plate on your back, or once again get the backpack on or the weighted vest, and you will be able to progress that way. Same thing goes with your dumbbell presses. Say you're lifting 20 kg presses, you're blasting out 12 reps, 3 sets comfortably. It's time to increase the weight and go again. You really want to be focusing on trying to add that progressive overload into your training routine, whether it be slight weight changes, slight weight increases in weights, and that over time is really going to help you push on more muscle growth, especially within your chest. So moving on to the next key point, and this is something that I know a lot of people do not focus on, and that is using different rep ranges within your training routine. A lot of people stick to the 8 to 15 rep range, and that is one of my favorites, especially once it comes to building muscle. However, I realize the true power of higher rep training also, especially once it comes to blasting out bodyweight push-up variations. I used to do hundreds of push-ups every single day, and honestly it has changed the game for my overall physique. So I understand the power of different rep ranges. So I want you to focus on low reps with heavy weight, so say that 8 to 12 rep range, and then the same thing goes for the higher rep range. You can decrease the weight and blast out more reps. So say you're doing bench press one day heavy, you can then go ahead and do bench press on another different day and blast out higher reps. You can go lighter weight, more reps. But I personally love to do that with body weight training, especially the push-ups for example. So I would start off my workout with say 3 sets of heavy dumbbell press or heavy bench press. Then moving on throughout the session, I will focus on pushing as many push-ups as I can. So that would be anywhere say from 20 to 50 to 100 reps, and adding that high rep training alongside the lower rep work to really help stimulate new muscle growth. And in my personal opinion, it has truly worked wonders for my progression. So the next point is probably something that a lot of you are already doing and maybe doing too much of it. However, it is a good technique, and that is isolation exercises, especially once it comes off to the aesthetics of building the overall chest muscle. So I would definitely recommend focusing on isolation exercises such as flies and cable crossovers, and that can really help target and activate specific areas of your chest. but that is a supplement to your compound exercises. Your main training is going to be focused around your heavy lifts on your compound exercises, and then adding in the different rep ranges, and then you can really get specific by targeting isolation exercises such as your flies, machine presses, and different movements like that there. And it is an added benefit to your overall training to help you progress and see results. So moving on to our final point, and once again I believe that this is highly overlooked, and that is ensuring that you have proper nutrition and proper rest to really help your muscles recover and to see the benefit of your training. You need to make sure that you're consuming enough protein and enough calories to support muscle gain. Once again, I will definitely make more videos on nutrition, but in the meantime you can go on to a calorie calculator online, I'll link one below, find out what sort of calories you should be consuming alongside your protein intake, and focus on adding that into your routine. There is not much point of training like an animal if you're not fueling your body and helping it with recovery. And the same thing goes for your sleep. Definitely aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night to really get the full benefit to allow your muscles to recover and repair, so all your hard work with training is not being lost and you will truly see the benefit. Now remember that building muscle takes time and you need to be consistent, be patient, but most importantly, put in the work, put in the effort, and stay consistent over time. Nothing comes easy, it doesn't happen overnight. You need to stay consistent with your training at least 8 to 12 weeks before you start to see noticeable changes. But if you start to add in these key points, especially once it comes to building up any overall muscle group within your physique, but this one here specific for the chest, this is what I've done and it helped me achieve these goals naturally, and I am continuing to add in these techniques with my training routine on a weekly basis to push forward with my goals.